Imagine a time long ago, from the 1400s to the 1700s. Picture bustling medieval towns with cobblestone streets and people dressed in period clothing, going about their daily lives. This was an era of profound change and discovery, a time when the boundaries of the known world were constantly being pushed. This was the early modern period. It was a time of exploration and enlightenment, where new ideas were beginning to take root and flourish. The Renaissance had sparked a renewed interest in science, art, and the natural world. People saw the world differently back then. Their understanding of the universe was shaped by ancient texts and the observations of early astronomers. They used rudimentary telescopes and maps to chart the heavens, seeking to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos. The Earth was the center of their universe. According to the geocentric model, everything revolved around our planet. This belief was deeply ingrained in the collective consciousness of the time. The sun, moon, and stars all seemed to revolve around us. This celestial dance was thought to hold the key to understanding the natural order of the world. This view made astrology very powerful. Astrologers were revered as wise men and women who could interpret the will of the heavens. They were consulted for guidance on everything from personal matters to state affairs. It was more than just horoscopes. Astrology was a complex system of knowledge that sought to explain the interconnectedness of all things. It was believed that the positions and movements of celestial bodies could influence events on Earth. Astrology was a way to understand the universe and our place in it. It provided a framework for making sense of the world and our experiences within it. People believed that the movements of celestial bodies could influence everything. From the changing of the seasons to the rise and fall of empires, the stars were thought to hold sway over all aspects of life. This included our personalities, relationships, and even the fate of nations. Astrological almanacs were widely consulted, and people from all walks of life sought the counsel of astrologers. Astrology was deeply woven into the fabric of society. It influenced art, literature, and even architecture. The alignment of stars and planets was considered in the planning of important events and the construction of buildings. It wasn't just a fringe belief. Astrology was a mainstream practice, embraced by both the elite and the common folk. It was a unifying force that transcended social and economic boundaries. Kings consulted astrologers for advice. They sought their guidance on matters of state, war, and diplomacy. The stars were believed to hold the secrets to victory and prosperity. Doctors used it to diagnose illnesses. Medical astrology was a common practice, with physicians looking to the stars to determine the best times for treatments and surgeries. Ordinary people looked to the stars for guidance in their lives. They sought answers to questions about love, work, and family. The stars were a source of comfort and hope in an uncertain world. It was a time when the celestial and earthly realms were deeply intertwined. The heavens were seen as a mirror of the human experience, reflecting our joys, sorrows, and aspirations. The celestial tapestry held the answers to life's mysteries. People believed that by studying the stars, they could gain insight into the divine plan and their own destinies. This essay is a journey through time. We will travel back to an era when the stars were a guiding light, illuminating the path to knowledge and understanding. We will explore the fascinating world of early modern astrology. From its origins in ancient civilizations to its peak during the Renaissance, we will uncover the rich history of this ancient practice. We'll delve into its influence on science, medicine, and politics. Astrology was not just a mystical art, it was a driving force behind many of the advancements of the time. We'll uncover the hopes and fears it inspired. The stars were a source of wonder and awe, but they also held the power to evoke fear and uncertainty. This exploration will reveal how profoundly our ancestors' lives were shaped by their beliefs about the cosmos. From the grandest palaces to the humblest cottages, the influence of the stars was felt everywhere. It's a tale of celestial wonders, human curiosity, and the enduring search for meaning in the universe. Join us as we embark on this cosmic journey, uncovering the secrets of the stars and the stories they have to tell. In the early modern period, astrology was not a separate discipline. It was deeply intertwined with the study of astronomy, forming a unified field of knowledge that sought to understand the cosmos and its influence on earthly affairs. Scholars of the time did not see a distinction between the scientific observation of celestial bodies and the mystical interpretations of their movements. This holistic approach allowed them to explore the universe in a way that combined empirical study with spiritual insight. It was intertwined with astronomy, The same individuals who meticulously charted the stars and planets also interpreted their positions to predict events and guide decisions. This dual role of astronomer and astrologer was common, as the two disciplines were seen as complementary rather than separate. Astronomers were often astrologers too. They spent countless nights observing the heavens, using rudimentary telescopes and other instruments to map the stars. These observations were not just for scientific curiosity. They had practical applications in everyday life. They studied the movements of celestial objects. By tracking the paths of planets and stars, they believed they could uncover the hidden patterns that governed the natural world. This knowledge was meticulously recorded in star charts and almanacs, which were used to make predictions about the future. They used this knowledge to create charts and make predictions. These charts were not just scientific tools. They were also used for astrological purposes, helping to forecast events and advise on important decisions. The accuracy of these predictions was a matter of great importance, as they could influence everything from agricultural practices to political strategies. These predictions influenced many aspects of life. From the timing of harvests to the planning of military campaigns, the insights provided by astrologers were considered invaluable. Their guidance was sought by people from all walks of life, from farmers to kings. Kings and rulers relied on astrologers for guidance. In royal courts, astrologers held positions of great influence, advising monarchs on matters of state and personal affairs. Their predictions could determine the timing of wars, marriages, and other significant events. They wanted to know the best time to wage war or sign treaties. Royal courts had astrologers who were consulted before making any major decisions. The belief was that the stars could reveal the most auspicious moments for action, ensuring success and avoiding disaster. Their advice carried weight in political decisions. Astrologers' predictions were often taken into account when planning state affairs, and their influence extended to the highest levels of government. This reliance on celestial guidance was a testament to the deep-seated belief in the power of the stars. Even something as personal as a royal wedding was planned according to astrological charts. The alignment of the stars was thought to affect the success and harmony of a marriage, so great care was taken to choose the most favorable date and time for such events. The stars were thought to hold the key to success or failure. This belief permeated all aspects of life, from personal relationships to national policies. The celestial bodies were seen as powerful forces that could shape human destiny. Astrology also played a role in medicine. Physicians of the time believed that the positions of the stars and planets could influence a person's health. This belief was based on the idea that the human body was a microcosm of the universe, and that celestial events could have direct effects on physical well-being. Doctors believed that the stars influenced our health. They used astrological charts to diagnose illnesses and determine the best times for treatments. This practice, known as medical astrology, was an integral part of the medical profession. They used astrology to diagnose and treat illnesses. By understanding the influence of celestial bodies, physicians could tailor their treatments to align with the natural rhythms of the universe. This approach was thought to enhance the effectiveness of medical interventions. Each part of the body was associated with a particular planet or zodiac sign. This correspondence was used to guide medical practices, with different treatments prescribed based on the astrological sign governing the affected area. Treatments were often timed with celestial events. The phases of the moon, the positions of the planets, and other astronomical phenomena were all considered when planning medical procedures. This timing was believed to enhance the healing process and ensure better outcomes. This practice, known as medical astrology, was widespread. It was not limited to a few isolated practitioners, but was a common approach in medical schools and among physicians. The integration of astrology into medicine reflected the broader worldview of the time, which saw the cosmos and human life as deeply interconnected. It wasn't just folklore, it was an integral part of medical practice. The use of astrology in medicine was based on centuries of observation and tradition, and it was considered a legitimate and valuable tool for healing. Universities taught astrology as part of their curriculum. Students learned to read star charts, understand planetary movements, and apply this knowledge in various fields. Astrology was seen as a vital part of a well-rounded education, providing insights into both the natural world and human behavior. It was a respected field of study. Scholars devoted their lives to the study of the stars, producing detailed treatises and engaging in lively debates about astrological theories. Their work laid the foundation for future generations of astronomers and astrologers. Scholars debated complex astrological theories. These debates were not just academic exercises, they had real-world implications, influencing everything from medical practices to political decisions. The rigorous study of astrology was a testament to its importance in the intellectual life of the time. They wrote lengthy treatises on the subject. These works were meticulously crafted, combining observations, calculations, and interpretations. They served as valuable resources for both contemporary practitioners and future scholars. Astrology was considered a crucial part of a well-rounded education. It provided a framework for understanding the universe and our place within it. The study of astrology was not just about predicting the future, it was about seeking a deeper understanding of the natural world and the forces that shape our lives. It was not merely a superstitious belief, but a complex system of knowledge that sought to explain the workings of the universe and human existence. This intricate blend of science, art, and spirituality made astrology a unique and enduring field of study, one that continues to fascinate and inspire to this day. Astrology in the early modern period wasn't just about predictions, it was about hope. People looked to the stars for guidance and reassurance. Astrology offered them a sense of control in an uncertain world. Personal horoscopes were incredibly popular. People believed that their destinies were written in the stars. They consulted astrologers to understand their strengths and weaknesses. They sought advice on love, marriage, and career. This gave them hope for a brighter future. Astrology provided a framework for understanding their lives. Political leaders also used astrology to inspire hope. They claimed their rule was favored by the heavens. This gave them legitimacy and strengthened their hold on power. Celestial events like the appearance of comets or eclipses were interpreted as omens. Skillful rulers used these events to their advantage, either to quell dissent or to rally their people. The stars were not just celestial bodies, they were powerful tools of political strategy. Astrology also fostered a sense of shared destiny. People believed that major events like plagues or wars were influenced by the stars. This belief, while sometimes leading to fear, also created a sense of unity. They were all part of a grand cosmic drama. This collective experience, shaped by the movements of the cosmos, transcended individual lives and connected them to something larger than themselves. While astrology inspired hope, it also fueled fears. The night sky, with its myriad of stars and celestial phenomena, was a source of both wonder and dread. People looked up and saw not just the beauty of the cosmos, but also potential signs of impending doom. People in the early modern period were deeply superstitious. Their lives were governed by a mix of religious beliefs and ancient traditions. Superstition was woven into the very fabric of their daily existence, influencing everything from their agricultural practices to their personal relationships. They believed that certain celestial events were bad omens. The appearance of unusual phenomena in the sky was often interpreted as a message from the divine, a warning of events to come. These beliefs were passed down through generations, becoming deeply ingrained in the collective consciousness. Comets in particular were seen as harbingers of doom. Their sudden and unpredictable appearances in the sky were thought to signal catastrophic events. The sight of a comet would send shivers down the spines of those who gazed upon it, filling them with a sense of foreboding. The appearance of a comet often sparked panic. People would gather in the streets, pointing and whispering, their faces etched with fear. Stories of past disasters associated with comets would resurface, adding to the collective anxiety. People believed that it foretold disasters like earthquakes, floods, or the death of kings. These events were seen as divine retribution or cosmic punishment for human sins. The fear of such calamities was ever present, shaping the way people lived and thought. Astrologers would interpret the comet's appearance. They were regarded as wise men, possessing the knowledge to decode the messages written in the stars. Their interpretations could bring a sense of order to the chaos, offering explanations and predictions. They would offer advice on how to avert the impending disaster. This might include performing specific rituals, making offerings, or altering one's behavior to appease the celestial forces. Such guidance was eagerly sought after and meticulously followed. This created a sense of anxiety and uncertainty. People lived in constant fear of the unknown, their lives overshadowed by the possibility of celestial wrath. The unpredictability of these events only heightened their sense of vulnerability. People lived in a world where the heavens could bring both blessings and curses. The same stars that guided their journeys and marked the seasons could also herald disaster. This duality made the night sky a source of both comfort and terror. Eclipses were also viewed with trepidation. The sudden darkening of the sun or moon was seen as a disruption of the natural order. Such events were rare and mysterious, adding to their ominous reputation. The sudden darkening of the sun or moon was seen as a disruption of the natural order. People would stop in their tracks, staring up at the sky in awe and fear. The eerie darkness that accompanied an eclipse was a stark reminder of the fragility of their world. People feared that eclipses would bring about misfortune, illness, or even the end of the world. The idea that the heavens could influence earthly events was a powerful one, deeply rooted in the human psyche. Special rituals and prayers were performed during eclipses. These acts were meant to protect the community and restore balance to the cosmos. Religious leaders would often lead these ceremonies, invoking divine protection. This was done to ward off evil influences and appease the celestial forces. The belief in the power of these rituals was strong, and people participated with fervent hope that their actions would make a difference. This fear of celestial omens had a profound impact on daily life. It influenced everything from agricultural practices to political decisions. The alignment of the stars and planets was consulted before embarking on significant undertakings. People made decisions based on astrological interpretations. The advice of astrologers was sought in matters of love, war, and commerce. Their predictions could sway the course of events, shaping the destiny of individuals and nations. They might postpone a journey, a business deal, or even a wedding if the stars were deemed unfavorable. The influence of celestial events was pervasive, touching every aspect of life. The fear of celestial wrath was a powerful motivator. It drove people to seek protection and guidance, to perform rituals and make offerings. This fear was a constant presence, shaping their worldview and actions. It shaped people's actions and decisions in a way that is hard to imagine in our modern secular world. Today, we look to science for explanations, but for our ancestors, the heavens were a source of mystery and power, capable of influencing their lives in profound ways.